So surprisingly, we actually got another chapter of the One Punch Man webcomic. I reviewed chapter 134 yesterday, and then today I just woke up, chapter 135 is out. So yep, let's review it. The main focus of this chapter was the Near Heroes being too fast to appear and take out monsters before the Hero Association heroes can actually get there and participate in taking out monsters, increasing their popularity and their public opinion to be on their side more than what it already is. And then the final part of the chapter is a conversation between Child Emperor and Metal Knight, which reveals some interesting stuff around their relationship. We always knew that Metal Knight had some type of relationship with Child Emperor and that they were closer to one another, or that Child Emperor was the closest hero to Metal Knight because he was kind of excluded from everyone else and kind of did his own thing, with Child Emperor being the only one that could actually contact him throughout the series. We have an interesting conversation between those two with some interesting reveals, some stuff regarding Blue, Child Emperor, and their mission, and the idea of whether Metal Knight is good or evil. Let's get into the review. Help me reach my 2021 goal of 100k subscribers by subscribing if you're new to the channel or you just haven't already. It's free and easy to do. Also consider checking out the description for the Discord server and my Twitter. Now, enjoy the video. So the chapter starts out with the Near Heroes taking out some low-level monsters, with them having orders from Child Emperor that they are not to exterminate the monsters and they have to keep the corpses there. This is so he can go and, check out the corpses and see if they have any of these implants that other monsters had in the past. With him actually finding these implants again, he's talking to another member of the Near Heroes, talking about what's going on with everything, how he thinks they're, performing enhancement on these monsters and that he's going to search them, what he's going to do and everything around that. Just a big dialogue dump, which confirms that these monsters are actually getting enhancements that are making them several times stronger, and that's what Blue's been saying, what everyone has been noticing throughout the world of One Punch Man is coming true, and these monsters are getting enhanced by some other means, and a lot of people are assuming it's Metal Knight now. And we even have Child Emperor describing these monsters as cyborg monsters, which confirms the idea even more, and that they've powered up enough to have their disaster level increased, and that someone could actually be controlling them from the outside. When it comes to this field, I guess I should ask an acquaintance who's a global authority. So this is where we have Child Emperor not actually thinking it's Metal Knight, but going to ask him for help, which is very interesting. We cut to Saitama and, the boys with the shitty nicknames, how they are too slow to actually arrive to the location of the monsters before the Near Heroes can get there and take them out. And you get them, getting a notification of another monster sighting. Saitama actually gets somewhat serious to speed their full speed. But even with him going so fast, the monsters have already been taken out by the Near Heroes, which makes you think that it could be a possibility that someone inside the Near Hero Association is actually sporting these monsters or is controlling these monsters, giving the Near Heroes insight prior to the Hero Association so they can get there, take them out, and make their popularity in the general public rise above the Hero Association, because Saitama going serious mode and still not getting there fast enough for the Near Heroes are already celebrating after taking these monsters out easily. This makes you question whether these monsters are legit and that whether they're actually blaming the Hero Association, while in reality the Near Heroes are the ones creating these monsters and getting the recognition from destroying these monsters in an unfair way, which isn't really heroic of them. They're just doing it to get their popularity up and rise above the Hero Association with these pretty much fake cyborg monsters. And then for the remainder of the chapter, we have the conversation between Child Emperor and Metal Knight. Child Emperor saying, if a person was modifying monsters and attacking people, what purpose do you think that person would have? And we see that Metal Knight doesn't respect Child Emperor anymore since he left the Hero Association and became a member of the Near Heroes, and that we are not allies anymore. That's what he tells him at least. We have Child Emperor mentioning that he'll come over to Metal Knight's lab with a present for him, and this is where Metal Knight responds, absolutely not, your visits are forbidden for preventative measures in case of information leaks. So with this conversation confirming that Child Emperor actually knows where the lab of Metal Knight is and actually has seen Metal Knight's human form, or what he actually looks like, which we see here, old, bald, ugly man. And we learn the next few pages that Child Emperor was actually the assistant of Metal Knight at some point, with him now growing more suspicious of Metal Knight due to how he doesn't want to conclude with any ideas or work with anyone that's not part of the Hero Association, or Metal Knight doesn't really want to work with anyone and that he's way too cautious and kind of scared possibly of what's going to happen with everyone, looking into him. We have Child Emperor mentioning that he shouldn't think of me as the same person I was before as your assistant, that, you know, he thinks he's grown. And Metal Knight responds, "You're not even worthy of being considered a threat," and pretty much end the call and pretty much hits legs. With Metal Knight also revealing that he's been spying on Child Emperor with a hidden camera as well, how he knows what he's been up to the whole time. Child Emperor, you know, can't believe what's going on, how paranoid the old man is and everything regarding that. And then we cut to Metal Knight in his, you know, room wherever he is. He can do what he wants. I won't be stopped by anyone. So he's doing something. Now, which one of these people would be the most troublesome? So we have, I believe, Blue from the Near Heroes, Saitama, we have Psychos, Child Emperor, another member of the Near Heroes, and of course Drive Knight. So those are the people he's actually questioning as a possible threat, with Genos not actually appearing here, which is pretty interesting because last chapter we learned that Genos is going undercover to try and work out the secrets of Metal Knight and everything regarding that. So the question is whether Metal Knight is actually evil, which I assume so, considering he's probably the one pretty much creating these monsters, but it makes you think whether the Near Heroes actually do have involvement with him, considering how they're able to arrive at the monsters so fast and take them out before anyone from the Hero Association can actually arrive. Well, this is more for the low level monsters being considered cyborg monsters by Child Emperor, while the higher up like dragon level monsters are considered real monsters still. So yep, that's pretty much everything that happened throughout chapter 135 of the One Punch Man webcomic. Let me know your thoughts of the chapter down in the comments. Do you think Metal Knight is evil or good, or this a crazy old man? I'm leaning towards the evil side at this point, and that the next major arc or big fight will probably end with a big battle against him and probably the army of monsters or cyborgs he's been creating in his dungeon wherever he is. But yep, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord, and yep, that's it guys. Peace.